Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Yanni Rude.
And I'm just Terrell. You ever been out somewhere and overheard two people having crazy conversations?
Yeah, well, we are those people. We've been having these conversations since college.
Yep, it's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast, Married at First Sight, Season 18, Chicago. Recap of episode 17. Be sure to like, subscribe, rate, and leave a review.
Man, it took us forever to get to this part of the season, but thank God we got there fast, didn't we?
Yeah, this drags. This drags. And even this episode, there's a whole lot of fluff that we didn't even need.
And you know what we're going to do? We're going to fluff our way right through it real quick. Appreciate everybody jumping in the live chat. Everybody part of the live crew. Appreciate you checking in. Let's see, we got Chanel checking in. Say, finally catching a live. Raleigh, North Cac checking in. Research Triangle, huh? See. Let me guess, Chanel, so do you not deal with the Dermites? That's what they call people that's what people in Raleigh call the people in Durham.
In Durham, the Dermites?
Dermites. It's nuts. I appreciate everybody checking it because I know we had changed the time, changed the day, just because a lot of stuff going on. And like today's barbecue cook-off in Houston. So I got to go head out to that, man. Go see if we can grab me some barbecue there, buddy.
Should be good, but see, I don't like messing around with the Houston rodeo. That's just too much. I'm not a big crowds person.
That's why I'm going tonight. Tonight is a media night. I can go now, and it's not as now tomorrow night. Sardines. Tomorrow night, Saturday, yeah, it's gonna be like the cattle going to slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
So got to be aware of that. So. All right, let's get to this, man, because there's a lot to get to in this, beginning with the first fluff couple, because there's some fluff, right? Carla and Juan. Anything that you caught from when he was talking to his parents?
No, because my notes that I put, this part is a waste of time. Because we know that he's not interested in Carla, and talking about that romantic connection, it hasn't happened in 2 months. It's not going to happen the day before decision day. Why are we doing this? This is just extra fluff.
So that being said, I told you we're going to move through this fluff quickly. Carla, her sister and her friend, anything there?
The fact that her sister's name is Beans, that's something. That's crazy. But again, another waste of time. Carla said it's hard to be vulnerable and think that they are both tiptoeing around each other. No, y'all aren't tiptoeing around each other. He doesn't want to touch you. And you've just come to terms with it after month 1.
Yeah, pretty much. So we get to see them in a hot tub. This is probably the most action they've had since they had that third party tantric lady in there. Who's mad that they only showed 5 minutes, which we thought was 6 minutes too long. Anything from the hot tub?
The fact that they had a lot of distance between them, because if I'm in a hot tub with somebody, we're going to be sitting close in the hot tub. So that was just 2 people hanging out in the hot tub.
Right? Lona says, glad to know I wasn't the only one fast forwarding through them. Yeah, hey, when I was on the iPad, I was doing like this, just swiping. Come on, keep going. Can we get past them? Because we do get a switch up a little bit because we get the pet names, Carlita and Juancho.
That's been there, though. They've been saying that.
Yeah, so anything from these two? Because Carla and Juan weren't doing anything. What about Carlito and Juancho? Anything?
Nope. Nothing from either one of them.
And then we get to decision day. And this is where we probably get the best reaction from Juan, is when Carla starts to walk and he goes, damn. She looks good today.
We've always said Carla looks good until she starts talking.
No, you've always said that.
I'm sorry. I have always said Carla's beautiful until she starts talking.
Don't be speaking French when you're speaking like that.
Yeah. Well, but all those things that bothered Juan about Carla, those same things that bother me. All that spiritual weird stuff that she's into, that's just too much. The whole energy is money, and I don't have to worry. I couldn't deal with all that. She's in La La Land.
Dang. It's nuts, though. I think it was pretty easy how they dealt through this. I mean, it was very mature the way they went through this on decision day. This is what it is. This is what it is. It ain't working for us. I still believe in love. Let's do it.
Well, I still want to understand, hopefully at the reunion, why did Juan do all these facial hair changes throughout this season? Like, was there a reason? Was there a sponsor that he was doing? It just seemed extra.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just me. I just thought it was just extra.
Not really. Look, that man's hair grows fast. He's like, let me show you all how versatile I can be. And when it was time to go for the decision day, he said, let me just clean it up a little bit. You know, he's like, I like the mustache, don't want to lose it, but why not make it, you know. So that's all. Just when you have that ability to grow hair that fast, you can do that.
Yeah, I guess. I just thought it was odd that the constant changes. It's like attention. I don't know. I'm just wondering, there has to be something to that, because I don't know people who do that in 2 months.
Yeah. Lady J says Juan didn't try at all. You think so too?
He wasn't interested. Once he got to know her after because at the wedding he was interested.
Yes.
And then the more he got to know her after that, and then when they're in where they go, Cancun or whatever it was, he lost interest. Honduras. Yeah, he lost interest. I don't blame him.
Jay Say So says Carla is high, right? And which we made jokes about that last episode. You think that could have been one of the things? Because he talks about her. He never brought that up at any point in time, but he did he brought up the fact of a little too spiritual. And maybe that's his way of saying, like, you know, because not everybody's into the herbs.
I don't know if that's his issue about her smoking weed. I don't think that would be his issue. My take. I just think it's just some of the conversations they've had. Like, I couldn't take her serious as a partner that I'm going to be married to by the way that she looks at life.
Yeah. I think they're going to be they're going to be actually they'll be decent friends at least. I won't say pretty good friends, but decent friends. Hawk777 says she's also vindictive and petty. Did you pick up on that?
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah. No, you might be thinking of some of the white women on the show. Speaking of which, Camille and Thomas.
Halfway.
My bad. I was only looking at half the picture.
Yeah.
So we get to their last supper. Good convo over dinner, or what'd you think?
Well, it was a good convo because her issue is that she wants him to take the lead. And here's what we're gonna do. Here's what I want us to do. Here's the plan. And so it seems like that message is finally received by him. And he said, I want you to move in with me, but I don't have the space. Well, that's not a solution. But I think he picked up on the hint.
Nikki B says Thomas needs to man up and make a decision about living arrangements. And he did though. He said, look, ideally I want you to move into my place. It ain't big enough for both of us. So you stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here. When our lease runs out, we get together over there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, you can break a lease.
Actually, you can, yes.
Yeah.
Decision day. What'd you think of the decision day? I mean, Thomas walking and hiding something, you're like, that way you already know, unless he was being vindictive and petty. And by the way, just want to point this out before we move on too far, because Dina says Carla was petty once while hiding the bag. Yes, if hiding the bag in Honduras on Juan, you're right. She was very vindictive then. That was vindictive and petty. And unless that's what Thomas was doing here, I think we kind of knew what his decision was going to be, right?
Yeah. Did you catch how Pastor Cal says that, Thomas, you seem changed. You seem different. Your whole attitude, and Camille's kind of swagged you out.
You got a little swag going there. Walking with a little bop in your step. Looking like a yard bird when you're walking. You got a little bop to your step.
Yeah, He's having some consistent extracurriculars, and I think that helps.
Well, yeah, Well,
anybody.
He's not cooking at home anymore. He's eating out every night.
That's why his mouth is shaped like that. It's just.
That's why it's kind of.
I gotta do it again. I gotta do it again. Every night.
And you won't ever return the favor.
It's always on me.
By the way, Nikki B says if a 42-year-old man has a place so small he and his wife can't fit, equals he should have moved a long time ago.
Probably.
Or maybe, okay, we're not even going to do that because we said that before. A lot of people said that before about David. He wasn't saving up. Or maybe he was. Who knows?
I think Thomas has money.
Yeah.
Look at his suit. I haven't seen David in a suit like that.
True. So
I think Thomas is doing well. I think Thomas is doing well for himself.
For me, when it's time to move into something and I have someone to move in there with, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Now, Hawk777 says Thomas did walk in with some swag. What'd you think when Camille walked in?
She looks happy. I mean, I've been rooting for this couple from the beginning. You know, I just thought, once they got rid of, once they got off all the whole biracial stuff, I got annoyed with that. Yeah. But after that, I thought to myself, this could be a couple that's going to really work out, and I felt they were. So I had no worries that they were both going to say yes.
And they did. Thomas broke out the basketball. Let's stay married, and then Camille said, well, look, let me just make sure your confidence isn't too damn high.
Yeah, that whole drag it out thing was, again, I'm sure the producer's like, hey, we got a lot of time we got to kill since it's only two couples, so here's what I need you to do.
Yeah.
Drag all this out as much as possible.
Yeah. Hawk says she looked happy and pretty. Nikki B's not as optimistic, says, I give it 1 year.
There you go.
B says she was gorgeous. And Critical Thinker says Thomas is ex-military. His life is Spartan. So that means, doesn't have a lot of clutter. This is what it is. This is all I need. I'm good.
But it makes sense. It works.
Yeah. Leah says Camille is just a little bit childish, but I do think she likes him. So, and Lona says my concerns comes after the cameras leave. Not sure if they'll make it. We thinking they might, because reunion's right around the corner.
Well, so far, we'll see. I mean, I felt like they were going to say yes. I think they're perfect for each other. They complement each other in a major way. And I think there's so many positives to this couple than any negatives so far. But we always see that sometimes they say yes, and then come reunion, it's changed.
It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've gotten the boring stuff out the way, Madison and Alan. Told you, man. Look, there was so much fluff. And here's the thing. I know we get upset at them doing the fluff sometimes, but if this is the first season watching it, you're like, oh my God, this is so nice. I love the conversations they're having. The problem is you're looking for the drama. And that's why we get a little antsy now, right? Because we've watched a number of seasons. So we gotta get through some of that fluff. It's okay. We survive. All right. Madison and Alan, absolutely no fluff here because Alan shows up in his, what is that, velvet jacket?
Do you recognize the jacket? Remember when Madison took him clothes shopping and he spent $3,000? That was one of the jackets.
Dang, I did not recognize it.
Yeah, that was one of the jackets.
You know why I didn't recognize it? He didn't leave the tag on it.
Because he's like, I paid for it. Thought she was going to I'm going to show her how good I look in front of these experts.
By the way, Reese says this pic of Alan with the Amish beard is not it. He looks much better clean shaven. Hey, he took the damn picture. I didn't. That's his fault. I like to see that Alan has calmed down a bit. I'm glad to see this. And when he comes in, Pastor Cal apologizes to him. And then when Madison comes in, she apologizes when she first arrives. Are you buying it?
No. I don't buy her apology. The experts, I don't think they should apologize because this wasn't their fault. I don't think there's anything they could have done to figure. Yeah, this one's not their fault. There's nothing they could have did to see this was going to happen. But Madison's apology is weak sauce because here's how you know it's weak. She said it wasn't something intentional. That lie, we know that doesn't work. How many times has a guy said, hey, look, I'm sorry I cheated. I was out with the boys in Vegas. One thing led to another. I wasn't looking for somebody. It just happened. That does not make it any better. It's not going to make Alan feel bad. Well, I get it. Sometimes you you slip and fall and you get into something that you're not used to.
You
Whatever.
fall in and then you try to pull out.
Fall
and
in, you
have
try to
go
get
back
out, it
in,
just pulls you back in. Yeah,
you know.
no, that's not. That's so I can tell she doesn't really care. I feel like she's just trying to. Well, hey, look, I apologize on national TV. We good?
Yeah, she said it wasn't malicious intent. Dr. Pia wasn't buying that part at all. And the thing I do like is Alan asked the right question, right? Because not all the times do people ask the right question. He said, why dangle a carrot of hope when you already made up your mind to pursue things with David? And then we realized that Madison had really been hanging out with David because she used his line. Well, believe it or not.
Right. Right. She did say that. She said, hey, she did admit she should have been more honest that she didn't see a future with him, which is his point. She should have been more honest about that. That way he could have easily self-selected out week 3.
Yeah.
And avoided a whole lot of this. Yeah, he could have. He could be like, you know what? That's fine. You don't feel it. You're not going to feel it. Well, I'm out.
Hawk 777 says, I think Madison has done this before, messed with other women's men. Damn. Why? Because she did it so well the first time?
You did it on national TV. I mean, like, that is bold.
It is. Lady J says Madison is too eager to go sleep next to those damn appliances. She hasn't seen. Well, maybe she hasn't seen the house yet. That's why. Or maybe he showed her the upstairs part.
No, yeah. I don't know if she's been to his house in the basement to do laundry.
Alan says, I thought much more highly of you, and Madison turns on her Bond villain charm. And, that's when she flips the switch and is like, all right, look, I'm done. This nice crap's over. Yeah.
She's like, hey, look, I came to apologize. I've done that, so I don't think anything else to say. And then Dr. Pia was like, well, what's going on with this? This, whatever. And she said, well, I'm not going to beat a dead horse and try to make myself feel bad. This is how I know she doesn't care that she hurt Alan that badly.
Exactly. Like JD says, Madison was like, my bad. We good? All right. Dap me up, homie.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, then take care of yourself. Nice jacket.
Aren't you glad I picked it out for you? You could go pick somebody else up with that. It's interesting because you're right. Her demeanor is bad. Madison becomes a Karen at that point. And, it's like, but I don't understand the purpose of this. And Pastor Cal says the purpose of the conversation is closure. And Alan was like, Pastor Cal, let me stop you right there. I'm going to use this line later, but let me use it right now. I don't need closure.
Yeah.
You believe
What's he going to get? I do believe him. What is he going to get?
Okay.
What could he possibly get from a conversation with Madison that's going to make him feel like, you know what? I get it. He was hurt. He was lied to. He was played like a fool in his face for weeks by both of them.
Chanel says, I don't agree with the fact that the experts asked her about David in front of Alan. What do you think?
I see nothing wrong with it, but did you catch her lie? Well, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, working on me. No, you're not trying to work on yourself. Don't even say that.
She's working on her on top of David.
Yeah, she's not trying to work on herself at this point. You're good.
No, I agree with you. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I see what you're saying, but at the same point, they also asked him, like, what about David? Because him and David were friends. And I'm right here with Alan. He's dirt to me because, you've talked about your petty and my petty are different petties because I choose to just, you no longer exist. And to me, that's where Alan is with David, right? You no longer exist. You're dirt to me. If I walk in my house and you're there, kick that dirt off on the outside, and I step inside because I don't bring dirt in the house. You are no longer relevant. And that's the way he should handle this. And I think, honestly, that's the way he needs to be with Madison. But that's the way she thinks it is because even after she tells that lie to the experts about David, she then has the nerve to call Alan spiteful. Said that he was being spiteful. Are you serious?
Right. Yeah, that's my point. Alan, to me, this is why I said last time, Alan has every right to rage. Let it out. Because you got to get it out. Nope, I say let that bad boy out.
Get it out, but you don't have to hurt yourself in the process, and you don't have to show her that. It does nothing for her.
She would see all of it. It'd make me feel better if it was me.
Couple things here. Let's see. She likes to tweet, says, late to class. Please don't write me up. Yeah, we'll let you slide this time. Plus, this one's on us, to be honest. So, and Materialistic says, shoot, had it in my head you guys were starting at 7. Got to catch up later. We were. That's on me. So, I appreciate you. We'll catch you in the replay gang. Other way.
No, I had it right.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
No, you're not.
Yeah, 100%.
Who are you pointing to?
You.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Look.
I am
Look
looking.
again.
I can see myself pointing right at you.
No, you're not.
You're trying to make it. You're trying to act like it's backwards.
Please tell him. Right. Okay, because I don't know why.
I'm doing it right.
I don't know why you never believe it. Somebody please tell Terrell that he's wrong. He's actually
pointing
this
way. I'm pointing at Yanni right now. Pointing at Yanni right now. From my I'm seeing myself point at him.
I'm just showing you.
Okay, on the way my deal is showing, I am pointing at him. That's exactly what I see. I think all of y'all are lying, and no, I don't buy it. Yeah. I think some.
Dude, I'm not even gonna read these because it's too much for me to read.
I'm literally looking at myself. I can see myself.
You're pointing at the microphone, which is on the other side.
No, it's not. My microphone's on my left.
I can't wait till you look back at this, and I want you to come back and tell everybody that I'm right because you are so wrong. Everybody's telling you you're wrong, dude.
But here's what I'm saying: is if you look at it from, and I'm gonna take a picture so I can show you.
Yeah, he's trying to.
I'm gonna take a picture so I can.
Don't show everybody
you.
your grandpa holder of your phone.
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to you so you can see that as I'm pointing, it's pointing at you this way. So,
hey, Gush even says, "Hey, y'all in the same room? Something? No, we're not even in the same city right now."
Yeah, but I'm telling you, the picture I'm gonna send you, you're gonna see.
This is how
pointing
it works,
at you
that way.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
no,
this.
you got. If I'm on your right, that means you got to do that, buddy.
You're not on
Go
my
ahead.
right.
Take your left hand. Follow me here. Take
Here's
your
my
left hand
left.
and do like that.
Yeah, but you're not on my right. That's
Do that.
my wall. You're not over here. You're on this
Yes, I
side
am.
in
Oh,
the
Jesus.
screen. No, but it's whatever. Let's move on.
Yo, High Five says you're pointing to the bathroom. Oh, hey, she likes the tweets going all in. She's like, all right, watch it back, Tell. If we're right, they want to see them cheeks. Yeah, I bet you won't put that up for bets. I love this one. Thank you, Rye. You and Ikechi have your own truths, Terrell.
The screenshot. I'm telling you. Let me.
Oh, High Vibe. Oh my God, this is hilarious. This is why I can't move on yet.
You see the screenshot? You see how I'm pointing? I'm pointing at you on my. That's how it looks on my screen.
That's why you need a MacBook.
This is how it looks on my screen. I'm pointing at Yanni on this.
High Vibe says it's given 50 and over technical issues.
Oh, that's what we're doing? Okay.
H statement. Oh my God. Hey, do us a favor. Appreciate you guys, especially everybody in the live chat, everybody in the live crew, everybody who's part of the replay gang.
She said he's gaslighting all of us.
Do us a favor, please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And yes, Japan. I'm going to say this wrong, so I apologize already. But Jay, admit it, Terrell. Yanni's right. He has a very hard time doing that. Anytime I'm right, he has it actually pains his soul. That's not an act when he has to tell me I'm right.
No. I agree with Amina here. Different computer screens show different sides. I guess they're both right.
No.
I sent you a picture of what it looks like.
I told you to get a MacBook and stop using that old AOL dial-up computer.
Yeah, that's not what this is, but go ahead.
All right, let's get to the next couple here, man. Michelle and David. I am so aggravated when I see this, and I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants David to be the villain. Let us not forget that Michelle is the perfect Karen, right? Because here she is playing the perfect victim, and David is over because he walks in, he even greets her. He immediately apologizes, and Michelle, of course, starts rolling her eyes. Why?
Well, I didn't understand why we needed this at this point. Yeah. But David's apologies won't matter. It's pointless. And so what does he do? He apologizes, says, this is not me. Yes, it is you. Stop saying that. This is what you do. So then, of course, Michelle's going to come back with, well, you've been lying to me before. Then why should I believe you now? or is this another lie? And at that point, David went exactly where I went. Look, you believe what you want to believe.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, why does she say, "Do you expect me to believe you now"? Don't even say that. What is he supposed to respond to that?
Yeah.
Of course he's gonna say, "Well, you believe what you want to believe."
Yeah.
Because the man has lied to you enough times already. So what you should have said was, "You've lied to me about everything. I don't accept your apology because I don't believe it to be genuine." End the story. No, we want a divorce. Take the ring off. Get the hell on out. We didn't need all of this.
We didn't need all that extra conversation, all that back and forth, trying to make David feel bad for trying to be happy. But I like how David was frustrated. Not only the eye roll, but even the head rolls. I just want to be done with this.
Yeah, which I agree. Because Materialistic says David's immaturity was on full display. Yeah, but you know what? I don't blame him. In this moment, I would have acted like a 3-year-old too, right? Because Dr. Pia passed the Cal on the offensive, going at him. Because here's the thing. David said Michelle never once asked, "How are you doing?" And instead of them asking her, "Is this true? Did you ever ask him anything?" No, she's like, "It feels like you're trying to make a case for why it was okay to have an affair."
Right.
What?
Right. They didn't hold Michelle accountable to any part of this because they could have easily pointed out, "Well, Michelle, you keep saying you were trying. Mm-hmm. Let me show tape. Here's what you were doing. Here's what you were saying about him. Yeah, here's what you're saying about him and talking bad about him this whole time." Mm-hmm. I get it. Doesn't make it right that what he did. Definitely not saying that. But he's decided to chase his happiness and pursue Madison.
Kayla says it right too. They never called Michelle on the carpet for anything that she did. And you know what? Again, we're not condoning, and this is where, and it's not the live crew that does this. It's the replay chat that does it, right? The replay comment section. When like, "Oh, well, you're condoning this." We're not condoning his cheating.
No.
But we're saying she's got to be held accountable too, right? Because what exactly did they want from him? When they ask it, "Is part of your happiness pursuing Madison?" he says yes. And Michelle acting like she's butthurt. "Oh, it's hard hearing that." No, it's not. You don't care.
I think she's just upset because what she was hoping that it would be this, everybody would turn against David and Madison, and they look like these evil people. Now, they're going to be viewed negatively to the world. I get it. But it doesn't mean Juan and Carla and everybody's going to hate her. The experts aren't going to be hating David and Madison. I think that's what she was hoping would happen. So for her, it bothers her that it feels like, okay, they're just going to go on and be happy. And I just got to eat this.
CH says David put his ring down. They're like, still more questions because they're like, "Oh, well, that's just for show. So let's finish this conversation."
Yeah, I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Yo, Michelle tries to pretend she cares. Well, good luck with Madison. And I love David's response. "Oh, you care about me?"
Yeah. And she yes, I did. When? That's a lie. She cared about staying through the process, but she didn't care anything about David.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I agree. High vibe. I agree with this part right here. Alan is the victim, not Michelle.
Right.
Alan is the victim, right? And we'll get to that too, because the thing about it is she has the nerve to then ask David if he cares about her. And his response is not what it should have been. Right?
His response is, "To be honest with you, no, I don't." Which, how many times we got to keep hearing him say, "To be honest with you"? I can't do it with him. To be honest with you. To be honest with you.
Well, see, this is where he should have gotten his PR on and said, "Hey, I did. When I was constantly trying to be open with you, yes, I did. When I was constantly trying to spend time with you, I did. When I was trying to have conversations with you for more than 20 minutes, I did. When I was eating that foo-foo bullshit you wanted me to eat, I did care, right? When you kept telling all my friends and anybody who would listen that I'm a piece of shit, not worthy of your time, yes, I cared. But after days, weeks, and now months of all of that, no, I don't care.
I don't care about you at all.
It's fine."
Yeah. He should have did it just like that. That would have been, I don't think Michelle would have received it, but regardless, that's what he needed to say.
Hold up. I'm assuming Rob G's probably either way behind on this. He said she's trying to save the marriage. What marriage?
No.
What show are you watching?
Yeah, I don't know
you
if
might
we're
be
on the
watching
same
Love
show.
Is Blind or something else.
90 Day Fiance.
Oh, Love After Lockup. It's something, because you ain't talking about these two on the screen right here. Right here. Come on, Rob. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Jeez. Did you watch this show? Michelle asked David, why did he drag her along?
What?
That's what I said.
I don't understand any of that. How did David drag her around or drag her along at all? I don't get that.
By the way, thank you, Gersh. He says David could have redeemed himself maybe 75% by saying exactly what I said. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. My speechwriters wrote that. The thing I hate, I love when he's like, hey, I didn't think you cared. And then Pastor Cal saying that, oh, yeah, she did care. She stayed in the marriage, so she cared.
No.
Pastor Cal, you have tape. Stop it.
Right. No, don't say that. Don't say that at all.
Think about this, because we talked about what happened on the after party, how Carla was more so on David's side at some point, because they're now watching the show.
Yeah.
And they see and they're like, oh, we didn't see all of this.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I think that as they're on the after party, now they've seen it, they can see a little bit of both sides and both people's perspectives. But for Pastor Cal to make it seem like Michelle cared because she was still here, no, she didn't.
Robin G, I do agree. David is a POS. Here's where you're wrong. You should also say, so was Michelle, because she was. You're acting like one of the experts right now, because what they did was they gave her a pass on everything. They let her play the victim. They chastised him, which rightfully so. But then they were like, oh my God, dear child, would you like a napkin? Would you like us to prop you up and rub your feet just to make you feel a little better? It was terrible to watch. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The only thing they let her know is, I'm white, I'm right. Because that's all she got out of that. There's nothing that she learned out of this. Nothing. She treated that man like garbage from the very beginning, and nobody held her accountable. And they let her get away with pretending like she tried. She didn't try, and we know she didn't try. Stop it.
I don't think race had anything to do with it, but whatever.
I know, but
whatever.
I'm going to throw it in.
Yeah, I know. I like how Dr. P is saying she lost all respect for him. Like, to me, I don't think that even fazed David. He was just
lost respect for Dr. P. Seriously, because why are you on him that hard and no smoke for her when she didn't try?
No, she was trying, Yanni.
Whatever.
She was there. She showed up.
Okay. All right. I hear you. Move on from these two. Get me upset before I get some barbecue at the cook-off. David was over it. I was over it. And again, we're not condoning David's behavior. We're just saying we also don't condone Michelle's.
Right.
Or at least I'm saying. I'm not going to speak for us. I'm not going to speak French in the we. I'm just saying me.
Yeah.
And you agree. What do you think of Madison and David's date?
I thought this was some BS because they make it sound like this is their first time hanging out by themselves. It's like, please, y'all have been doing a whole lot more. Yeah. Madison saying that hanging with David doesn't feel like there's pressure or force because she was forced to go on the dates with Alan that she didn't like. But here's where I got annoyed with David because David felt he's back at peace and positive vibes. Then he professes how he feels about her and says that he was, I'm a little nervous. I'm like, I don't buy that. You're nervous to tell her how you feel about her now, but you weren't nervous to just randomly send her a text that says, God, you look so good. I can't wait to eat you up.
What he meant to say was tee you up.
Yeah.
Like golf.
Yeah, no.
That was serious self-correcting.
Yeah.
By the way, IMO says they're such lies. Yes, they are. This was not their first date. Like Lil Eva says Madison and David were like two teenagers on their first date. They were pretending. This is not their first date. I do like, here's the thing. As someone who plays golf, I get it. And having somebody out there that plays with them, cool, She's picked it up a couple years ago. He's been playing since 11. I'm like, yeah, I can see this bond with them. Cool, I like it. But stop pretending and don't play. Stop playing in our faces, acting like this the first time y'all out. The first time you're professing your love for her. Stop it.
Right. Yeah, y'all been doing this.
Yeah.
Just not so much publicly, but y'all been hanging out. Just stop lying to us. Just run with it.
Mm-hmm. Dina is not letting this up. Dina is not playing. That's not the first time you've said that, so I'm gonna leave it in there. I almost says I don't want to see them on my screen. And Felicia's asking, why is Madison and David, why are they on a date getting airtime? Because out of the two broken couples, this is the one successful couple.
It adds to the drama.
Yeah. And let's be honest, it's so that we'll talk about it, right? Because guess what? When they go for the meetup, they still bring everybody there. Now, before they get to the meetup, this is the thing that I hated the most, that Alan is still in his feelings. And I get he's in his feelings, but don't let them know. They're going to watch this. You don't have to let them know that you're thinking about how Madison and David will conduct themselves while they're there. Don't even think about them, man. Leave them. Let them be. Ignore them. They don't exist.
Well, what's he supposed to do? I mean, he knows it's potentially going to be a situation, and he's trying his best not to rage, which I would have, but still.
Yeah. Okay. So we get there. Juan is there. He invited everybody to the factory. Boxing ring downstairs. Nightclub upstairs. I don't know what that's about. That just has, when you have alcohol upstairs and a boxing ring downstairs, that tells me there's potential for some drama to happen, right? But Ike shows up first. And I think there's a lot of love going around here. Even Ike is showing love. Even when MM shows up. Because she greets him and they even share that church hug. What'd you think of all this?
I thought that was okay. We're moving forward. Mm-hmm. You don't like each other. You don't have to be assholes about it. Just, hey, yeah, how are you? Mm-hmm. Move on. We've all hugged somebody we didn't like. It's no big deal. Yeah.
Well, Madison and David show up. Michelle, of course, puts her sourpuss face on. And David tries to go shake Alan's hand, and this is where I'm on Alan's side. Nah, bro.
Nope. We're not doing that at all.
Yeah. I love this energy, and this is what I'm talking about. It's okay to just, nah. Because it's going to come up again. It's going to keep coming up, and you just, move past it. I'm done. We ain't talking, right? But this is what I hated. Because Madison walks by, talks to somebody close to him, and then's about to walk away from him without even saying anything to him, and yet he still goes out his way. Well, hello, Madison. Why?
I would have done it.
Same energy.
I'd have done it. That's his way of saying, "What's up, B?"
For what?
Just to show that, hey, I'm not intimidated that you're here. I'm not gonna act like I can't say hi to you. I'm gonna be the better person.
By the way, IMO is coming with some smoke. Since when I saw Madison's red makeup and all red, it was giving transactional. Well, Michelle also noticed that, and they had to come dressed together, looking, they're matching. Why do
he has on red and black lumberjacks, and she just has a red dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is she so bothered?
Because I think she feels like, why is everybody else not as mad at David and Madison as I am? We should all be hating these two people. And no one is. Everybody's just being cool with them. So that's pissing her off.
Yeah. I got to put them up here because we haven't put them up all episode. And they did have their moment as everybody's doing the check-in. Well, what happened on decision day? Oh, this and that and this and that. And MM?
Ugh.
Now, you said rage. You all on MM's side before.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because she's not over Ike still, and she took some passive-aggressive shots at him, and then when Ike does some heavy breathing, and Camille's like, hey, bruh, let it out. We hear you. And he says his piece, MM loses it.
So this is why I say rage, because you get it out of your system. Mm-hmm. She's starting off with the whole thing. Everyone saw how much I tried and all this other stuff. It wasn't being reciprocated. None of that was necessary. Just say, hey, look, y'all know the deal. Mm-hmm. Y'all know where we're at. Let's move on. Like there's no point to even have this interaction with him.
None.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Over the top because it's like it showed us again. She keeps trying to prove his point.
Right.
And I know she's thinking she's telling him off. He doesn't care. Like Sammy says, way too much. Hawk says MM's true colors came out. Nikki B, well, thank you for coming over to the dark side. Luke, I am your father. MM is annoying as F. Yes.
She was in this. The whole, accountability, which is something you're not going to do. Let me finish. Accountability. Let me finish. Accountability. Girl, we get it. He's not being accountable for his actions. Move on.
Yeah. Materialistic said, Ike got loud though. Lend some credence to one of her story. Yes, we know Ike is an asshole. We've said that. And we've said time and time again, Ike deserves a lot, but not this energy at the end of it. Let it go at this point because you're just proving his point because that's what he kept trying to say. And here's the thing. She proved it because he says, he said, what did he say? And I'm not going to let you finish.
Yeah.
Right? He got loud and did that.
He got done with it. I'd have been done too. But no. I'm done hearing you talk about it. Let's just move on.
But she continued.
Mm-hmm.
And then she even said, like you said, she kept saying, let me finish. She said it again. And he's like, but I didn't stop you.
Yeah.
I didn't. And that's why she got caught in this loop, this time loop, and couldn't stop. But let me finish. Tara, let me finish.
Yeah. Accountability.
Tara, stop interrupting me. Let me finish.
Now, where was I? Oh, accountability.
I kept saying this. I said this last time. Smokey says, after seeing MM's reaction, I couldn't date her. And Precious Me says, this is the point I kept trying to make. When everybody was coming for me, said, MM cares too much for a person who doesn't give a damn. Exactly. He doesn't care. And you can't give somebody that energy.
Yeah.
It does nothing for you. If they care, yes. If they don't, move on. It's okay.
Yeah. It was. I mean, I don't even want to see them at the reunion because it's going to be the same thing.
Remember, I said this before about the reunion. I said, what's going to happen at the reunion is that she's going to go off and he's just going to sit there and be like, my evil genius plan has come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I see all the ladies that were like, yes, Sam, that would have been me. All y'all up in here now. MM is exhausting. M did too much. Little Eva says MM wanted a husband and she just got pissed off.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Trace World says her facial expressions alone. It was a lot, man. And, okay, Nubian Mahogany, I agree with you. I'm not saying she shouldn't have done it at all. She should have done it in the beginning. MM should have done this 100 episodes ago. Yes, at the start of the season when he started acting their ass.
But be done with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Be done with it after that.
By the way, just so you know, not everybody's coming to the dark side. Leah says, why y'all acting like MM can't get upset twice on camera after this whole season of disrespect? Because I'm not mad at her being upset. I'm mad at her proving him right. I'm mad at her doing this to herself. It's not a good look for her. A God says, let her vent. Fine. Go downstairs, put on some gloves and hit the heavy bag. He doesn't care.
Yeah. Doesn't care. And no one is turning. No one is like the rest of the group. They haven't. Carla's the only one who pretty much turned on Ike and was like, yeah, look, let's just let it go. You're a good person. I don't really know you. Maybe you could be a good person. But she was like, let's just stop all this arguing back and forth. But everyone else was still cool with Ike for the most part.
Damn, Nikki B. Nikki B says she loves to cause a scene. She starts acting ghetto. I don't like it.
What?
I mean, hey, we all got a little in this when we get upset. So let's but she needs to learn to control that anger. I agree. Brenda says we finally saw what Ike was talking about. She may have been like that off camera with him. It still doesn't justify what he did to her. And we've called him out to the carpet early on and continuously. And we'll never say that what he did. Yeah. Never. Okay. You know, she goes off to talk to Camille. She's off to talking to the girls. Juan's like, well, David, what you been up to? And I went, uh-oh, this is about to be good. Because notice the mics are off first.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, quick, mics back on, quick. And David tries to apologize to Alan again.
Yeah, and I love how Alan says, hey, let me just stop you right there. Look.
Yes.
It is what it is. I thought we were going to be friends. I thought I made a friend out of this. It didn't end that way, but, it is what it is. I wish you luck with Madison. And then David makes another attempt. Oh, thanks, bro. Like, he's going to dap you up. And Alan's like, no, I'm still not shaking your hand.
Yo, I don't know why he tried. And he's going to try it at the reunion. Give it up. Because Alan has got that energy of, you're dead to me. You no longer exist. Right? That's it. And I'm not mad at that. Because that's the way you no longer exist. Right? That's it. I'm petty like that on that side of it.
Same.
Yeah, we know. You probably would have tried to smack his hand away.
No.
Damn, High Vibe. Why you say Juan is goofy? And Sanan's fan says, no apology tour for David. We know you don't like the apology tour, Terrell.
Nope, I don't. You did it.
Yep.
Stand 10 toes down on your mistake.
I like what Thomas did here, though. Thomas says, look, David, as your friend, I've got to hold you accountable. Okay?
All right.
Talk to me. What the hell happened, bro?
When did this start? And then, of course, David comes in. To be honest with you. to be honest with you, it started at the gym, man. It started at the gym. She would talk to me. She would ask me how my day was.
Yes.
She would talk with me a bit. We would work out. I wasn't getting that at home. Just kind of happened.
She didn't think 20 minutes was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Conversation. So yeah.
Yeah. But I'm glad David was honest with them, though. To be honest with you.
To be honest,
I think I'm gonna start saying it every time going forward. Ask my opinion on something. To be honest with you,
it all started at the gym.
It all started at the gym.
To be fair, wasn't it Drake that said she wasn't with me shooting in the gym? So there you go. Interesting thing though, Madison chimes in because she comes and sits back down and says, hey, well, look, the situation's a little different here between, me and Alan and Michelle and David because Michelle didn't give a shit.
Yeah, it's just, we all knew Michelle didn't give two damns about this man.
Yo, I love that moment when she said that. And then Michelle's like,
Yeah.
Are you just going to talk about it? You going to wait till I get over there?
Are you going to speak on my feelings? Oh, my God. Who do you think you are, Michelle Madison? You don't know me, okay?
Michelle thinks she's gags at this point, but the thing that she hasn't done, and I saw this, and especially when I saw the replay, I was like, oh, yep, there it is. What she didn't see was the look in Madison's eyes, right?
Right.
Because the switch flipped. When Michelle at the bar said that stuff, Madison was like, oh, you want to do this right now? Click, click. Let's go.
Because, I mean, we know Madison would fold up Michelle if it got physical. So Madison's not intimidated or scared of Michelle. So no matter what Michelle says with that attitude, is you gonna wait to come with you gotta speak on my feelings. That doesn't intimidate Madison whatsoever.
At all. Exactly. Little Eva says, I laugh when Madison said that about Michelle, the battle of the bottle blondes. Dina says, Madison wanted to smoke. Yes, she did. IMO says, Madison acts like she was in the marriage. She was. She wasn't invited in by Michelle, but she was.
She was in it.
Matter of fact, she was more in it. To be fair, it's wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Actually, I do mean to laugh, but it's still wrong. Robin G says Madison got no place to speak on what another wife did. That woman was not a wife. She was just there as a placeholder. Okay? Let's be real. Michelle didn't even try.
Ouch.
She would. That's an annulment waiting. They didn't even they barely kissed.
Well, she doesn't like to kiss somebody who tastes like an ashtray. Smoke it.
He ain't smoked since before the wedding. Rita Fine says Michelle needs to sit down because Madison might drag her. Yeah, Madison had her shoulders back.
Core was engaged. She's just like,
If
you
if
really
she was
want
a
to do
black
this,
woman,
babe?
she would have pulled out the Vaseline, pulled that hair back, and it would have been on.
She'd have done like one of those CrossFit box jumps and kicked her dead in the chest.
Amy says, "Hey, you want to do this now, baby?"
Yeah.
Yo, this actually, I love that moment because Michelle came in like she was gangster, thinking, oh, she had everybody. You know, she kept talking to all the producers, everybody around. She's gonna talk about my feelings. I need y'all to come over here with me.
She's. Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing what she's saying about me right now? Let's
Hold
go
me
talk
back.
to her.
Hold me back, please.
This reminds me, like, remember in high school, there'd be that girl fight where they kind of just, the circle is around them and they're just talking trash to each other and somebody just winds up pushing the other one into the other person and that gets the fight started.
Yeah.
I think that's what we were waiting for. Somebody either push Michelle into Madison and let's say, ding, 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 let's just go. Yeah,
it would have been over though. That she like Madison said in the preview for next week. Put me in the ring with Michelle. She wouldn't last 2 seconds, baby. Dina says Madison played softball and probably wrestled. I wouldn't doubt it. She's been definitely wrestling with David. Lucy B says Michelle just mad someone adored the garbage she threw out. Ew. And IMO with the smoke for Madison says Madison has a lot of audacity. She's so fake acting like Michelle's friend. That made me upset. You agree?
That's what made Michelle upset.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. Madison's giving her advice. Here's what you should do. Mm-hmm. You got to tickle him right here. This is a spot. She did everything all but give her like, hey, if you try nibbling his ear, he likes that. How do I know? I'm just.
It's just a wild guess.
We talk about stuff at the gym. He just told me things he likes.
But, you know, the thing about it is, while everybody else was fooled by Michelle saying, well, you know, I'm doing this, I'm trying this, but I'm having a hard time, Madison was getting the other of what did Paul Harvey say? The rest of the story.
Yeah.
And since she got the rest of the story, she knew you ain't trying. And that's why she said what she said. Because she didn't whisper it. She said it knowing that Michelle could hear it.
Yeah.
She's like, no. It was different for me and Alan because Alan was trying in this. So yeah, and basically what she, in that moment, I don't think she was really trying to take accountability, but it almost was. She's like, it was different for us.
Yeah.
But on that side, nah. We all knew she wasn't sticking around.
She wasn't interested. We all know this wasn't going to work.
Yeah. Ah, man. All right. I'm excited for next week, actually.
I'm excited to hurry up and get through this so we can get to the reunion. Because it just drags, man. October. We started this October.
Wow.
And we're about to go into March. It just drags.
It does. But, you know, this is a 6-month run.
What else?
This is the same thing it was last year. It's going to be the same thing next year. Just know we're going to wrap around the winter.
I know.
So spring you can get back outside.
I know.
Oh, man. I appreciate everybody hanging out with us, man. Do us a favor. Please like if you're part of the live crew or you're part of the replay gang. Hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And thank you, Maddie Dawn. You say this every year, Terrell.
Yeah, I do. But it just drags.
Chanel says, did they say where the new season will be?
Austin.
So is this one in Austin? Or because... Not Love is Blind, because I know Love is Blind is doing their reunion watch party at South by Southwest in Austin.
Yeah.
But the next Married at First Sight is Austin, right?
Next Married at First Sight to come out is going to be Austin, Texas. So be great because I'm going to see places I've been to. I'm curious if I'm going to see people I've seen before on dating apps. Those have been on dating apps. You know, you see the same people year over year on different apps. I'm wondering, am I going to see some of those folks? Curious.
Did you think maybe that you may have dated anybody on the show?
I don't know. I mean, because I'm 50, so I don't date people in their late 20s, early 30s. You know, that's a big jump. So probably not, you know. But if there's a 41, like they have, Thomas is 41. So they maybe have a 41 in there. Maybe. Don't know.
Yeah. Darlene says they're going to Peacock, so no more for me. I like the fact that they're going to Peacock because this may actually change the way they're doing it. And this may actually, which it's about time for that shakeup, right? So maybe we get a shakeup in the way they do it. Thank you, Monique. Like before you leave, please, everyone. We do appreciate that. We definitely love it when you do that. Yeah. So we'll see. But maybe I'm anxiously awaiting next season to see if you know anybody on there.
I'm curious. I'm totally curious to see if I know anybody on there.
Because then we'll get the real dirt.
Yeah, well, then I could easily hit them up. Hey, so you know I do a podcast, right? We're going to need you to come on. I think someone asked if they'd love to see David and I have a conversation. So David reached out on IG. And so Yanni and I have said, hey, when the show's over, they can't do an interview until after the reunion, similar to what we did with Michael. So we're going to see if we can get David on to see if he wants to, after he's heard all the things we've said. And I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to, hey, as David would say, look, you believe what you want to believe. I can't help you. I can't help with that. But to be honest with you, I'd love to have you come on and talk about why you do the things you do.
Yeah. Go. And obviously, the man plays golf, so we can go play some golf.
No, you go play golf with him.
Oh man, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we can get it going, get him on, and we'll do that. Look, do us a favor, hit that like button if you're not subscribed. Please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm about to go get me some BBQ, man.
I know where I'm not going with David is to the gym. Things happen at the gym.
You might come out being eaten up.
Yeah.
Like, you want to tell us what really happened?
I'm gonna grow myself a little side.
Hey, the messenger said, I'll read this before we get out of here. Popped in while working, now popping out. I'm on second shift like David. Hey, I'm Yanni Rude.
And I'm Just Terrell.
Make sure you follow us at Yanni Rude, at Just Terrell, and at the RGRT Pod.
Yeah, send us some of your random thoughts or some of the bullshit from the internet, and we'll try to talk about it on the show.
It's the Regular Guys Random Thoughts Podcast. Cheers.
Cheers.